I use TaskMagic for my automation, not because there aren't other automation tools for Printful, but because I like having as much customization as possible. When you upload products to a website with a lot of customization options, like Printful, it's a good idea to have the automation handle everything exactly as you would. TaskMagic is an automation tool like Zapier, but it has a big advantage. You can record your screen, click on things like you normally would, type, upload images, or download them exactly as you would manually. This lets you customize the automation to do anything you need. If you want to use TaskMagic for recording browser, you need the highest plan for $49 a month. Or if you got it through an AppSumo deal, you can check the link in the description to see if they have one available now. Once you have the plan, download and install the software on your computer, then log in with the email and password you used when you bought it. You'll see the app builder tool, but we need the browser automation to record our steps. So click here to switch the dashboard. They have changed it a bit since my last video on the other automation. Start by creating a workspace. It's like a folder for all your automation. Give it a name like Printful. Next, create a new automation by clicking Create Browser Automation. If you already have a workspace, you can click Add New Automation. At the top, you'll see the options they used to have on the side. The first thing you need to do is add the Printful cookies so you can log into Printful during the automation run. To do that, you need to install the TaskMagic cookie extension for Chrome. You can find it in the Google Store or click in the link in the description to get it. After you install it, you can pin it to the top of the menu so it's ready whenever you need it. Log into Printful. Then click the green button from the TaskMagic extension to get a cookie code. Go back to TaskMagic Automation that you just opened. Click on Setting. Find the cookie option, then click in the middle option to add cookies. Click the button to paste the cookie code into the automation. Close the window. It saves automatically, so you don't need to click Save. Before you start recording, you need to create a spreadsheet for the automation to work. You can create a Google Sheet however you like, but this is how I do it. I organize all the design in one folder on my computer, and then I click Ctrl-A to select everything, followed by Ctrl-Shift-C to copy the path for the design so I can put it in the Google Sheets for later uploading. In a clean Google Sheet, I freeze the first row and give the first column a name. It could be whatever you like. I call it a source. When I create the automation, I know what to put in the uploading step. Then I create a title, description, and tags for all of the designs. Because I make very similar design with small differences, I can use some shortcuts when I create them. When I create design, I name each one based on the content. That way, I can tell exactly what the design is just from the file name. I create a list of all of the names, whether it's a number, name, or another personalized identifier. To add things to the main name of the product using a formula in Google Sheets, you start with the equal sign. After that, add brackets and include the free text you want all the design to have. When you want to use variable text or number, close the bracket and then add end symbol and specify the cell from the Google Sheet between the symbols. You can then open another bracket and add more text, making sure to add spaces so that it doesn't appear as one word with a variable cell. Then I copy this formula completely from the entire column and do the same for the description and tags. Now you have the Google Sheets ready. They are making some changes to the trigger automation. So before adding Google Sheets to your automation trigger, first go to your profile setting, then click on Use Old Experience. This will bring back the old way they used to have the triggers set. Now go back to your automation and you will see the trigger option. Click on it and select List. Then find Connect Google Sheets and click on it. Now you'll see an email address. Copy it and use it in the Google Sheets file you created for uploading the product and share it as an editor. Next, copy and paste the URL of the Google Sheets into your automation. Then find the right sheet for that automation. Click Continue and close this window. You'll need to go back to it when you want to start automation. Now you can start recording the automation. Click Start Recording. You need a URL to start the automation. Here's a quick explanation about automation for Printful. When you upload to Printful, you can upload one product at a time if you are uploading directly to your website store. If you create a template, you can upload up to 5 products at once. but you need a separate automation to set it for the website store. I prefer to upload directly to my website instead of using a template because it can confuse the automation. But if you want to add a product to a template, just start from there. The URL you need for this automation to start is either your store page or the template page. I'll start with the store, and I will add some notes when there is some difference between the template page and the store page. When you start recording, you have two windows. One is the control panel where you have all the steps of the automation, and one is the Chromium window that you are recording the steps on. Add the URL of your store or your template page in the automation control panel, and you'll see in the Chromium window what you are recording. You need to have both windows open when you record the automation. On the control panel, you have a few options when recording the automation. For this automation, you mostly use click, type, and delay steps. Start with the click step. Add a step and find the click step at the top of the list. Click on it, then click on the Add Product button on the Chromium window. At the bottom of the Chromium window, you'll see a confirmation option. If it's in the way of the button, you can click the option to move the panel up. After you click the item in Chromium, TaskMagic should detect it. If it doesn't detect it, click again, then confirm it. That's your first step in the automation. Each time I say record a clip, follow the same process. Next, you need to find the product in the catalog. Since the catalog is a pop-up window, you can just grab the product page like you do when recording automation for Printful, for example. It works differently. You need to search for product in the search bar or to click something from the page. The search bar option is more precise and probably will have less problems in the future. You must know the exact name of the product you want to upload. For this example, let's search for a kid t-shirt. Click Add Step, then choose Type Step. Click on the search bar in the Chromium browser and type the product name, or you can copy it. You can copy it from Printful. Now confirm that this is what you want to record. You will see the text in the confirmation part of the window. Confirm that this is what you want to record. You can change the text later. When you record the type step, you can choose whether the text stays the same for every run of the automation. If you always want to search for the same product, select No when asked if the text is variable. Later in the automation, when you need to add specific text for the product design, you can choose Yes and set different options for variable text. This allows you to customize automation based on your Google Sheets data or other inputs. You can change the text anytime by clicking on the box and editing it. You now have a type step. Next, you need a Keypress step. Click Add Step and then find the Keypress step. Then press Enter on your keyboard so TaskMagic recognizes it, and you will see the Enter word in the control panel. Confirm it. This will ensure the automation selects the exact product you want. If you press the Enter correctly, you should be on the next page of the product design page. If the product appears on the first page, you can also record just a click instead of typing the search. But if they will change something in the catalog, it will click on different product. So it's better to use a search bar. Now that we are on the product page, you can record clicks on anything clickable with the automation. But to keep it simple, we'll focus on uploading ready-made designs. If you want to create something using Printful design tool, you can do that too, and I will tell you how in a bit. If the product shows the option for print or embroidery and you want the one that is not selected by default, for example, if you want to print instead of embroidery, then record a click on the printing option so it switches to the correct setting. Record a click for each t-shirt color you want to have. Each color should be recorded as a separate click. If you want your t-shirt to be printed in black, red, and blue, the black is the default. You don't need to record a click on black, only on the extra colors. If you want to use the white t-shirt along with other colors and need to disable black, first record a click on white, then record another click on black to unselect it, since at least one color must be selected. Clicking on white first ensures the black can be removed. You can also record clicks on color you don't want for this design, but prepare for the upload for future use by selecting multiple colors and disabling them later when you need it. For example, you can add white, yellow, red, blue, and black, then disable specific colors for different uploads. To disable a color in automation, click on the three dots next to the step and select Disable Step. It's helpful to name the steps with the color name so you can easily disable them without opening the automation. Click on the step name and add the color name and save it. To check which color a step is for, click the play button on that step to see which color is selected or disabled. To upload the design, you first need to open the gallery. Record a click on the Upload Design button in the middle of the mockup. Then record another click on the upload option. You can upload any file, it doesn't matter what, because you can delete this product after finishing the automation setup. However, it's a good idea to upload the design from your spreadsheet list and make sure all the designs have the same dimensions in the same list. This way, they will fit correctly and the automation will work consistently. After clicking Upload, go to the panel and change the Upload button step to an Upload step. Click on the three dots, find Change Step Type, and select Upload from the list. To connect Google Sheets to the upload step, click on the strudel symbol on the side. This will show the available steps or Google Sheets columns. Find the source column where your image file paths are stored. Now, when you run the automation, it will take the file from your computer and upload it automatically based on the Google Sheets. Record a click on Apply on the first image. And now the image is on the t-shirt. If this is all you want to add to the product, you can continue. But here are a few notes for other options on the Printful design page for the automation. If you want to change the size of the design to make it look better on the t-shirt, and it's work only if you have the same dimension for all the designs, record a click on the Transform button. Then record a type step on both boxes with the size number. You can change the size with your mouth and then you have the exact numbers, so you don't need to guess. This way, it remembers the size for future uploads. Again, it's a good idea to have designs with the same dimensions in your Google Sheets since you're customizing the size for all the uploads for this automation. If you want to create a pattern from the design, record the upload process first, then record a click on the pattern button in the top menu. Next, record another click on the pattern you want to apply. Now you'll have the option to set the size. To do this, record a type step on the box where you adjust spacing. Once you set the right spacing, it will record the number, ensuring every pattern has the same spacing and layout. If you do this, it's best to have only designs meant for patterns in your Google Sheets, because the automation will do this for each and every design in the list. Anything with numbers or buttons that you can click or type into can be automated. However, there are some things you can't automate because Printful doesn't provide numerical values for them. For example, if you click on position, you can only use the button they provide. If you need to adjust the design position manually with the mouse, you won't be able to record that in the automation. So when creating designs for Printful, make sure they are already positioned in the center or wherever you want them to be. Unlike Printify, which allows more control with numerical inputs, Printful has some limitation. If you want to upload a label to the t-shirt or add more designs to different parts of the t-shirt, you first need to record a click on another part or the label. Then repeat the upload process for the additional design. After you added click to select the label inside the shirt, you have the option to start from blank or use their template. Since it's a good idea to have the label with clean instructions and the size of the product, I choose to start with template. Then I can upload an image for the label logo. If you do this, you need another column in your Google Sheets for the extra design. But if you are using the same design for the label, you don't need to upload the same image for the label each time. Instead, after recording a click on the upload button, record type step on the search bar for the file name at the top. To avoid confusion, it's a good idea to use a specific file name for the label so it finds the right one. You won't be checking each time to see if it found the right image. Once it finds it, record a click on the apply button on the image and it will apply it to the correct placement on the t-shirt. On Printful, when you add more colors, they are grouped into categories like bright colors or dark colors. If you add a design to one group, you need to copy the design or add a different one for the other group of colors. colors. This way, you can use a dark design on bright colors and a bright design on dark colors at the same product on your website. If you want to customize the design for each color, you can upload a different design. First, get down to the bottom of the mockup and then record a click on the button to change the product color. You can also record a click on copy the design to other group. To do this, record a click on the text for copying the design. Then record a click on the design you want to copy to. You should already have a design on one of the colors to copy it. If you want to make sure you're on the right color when adding the design, record a click on the group first, then add the design. And finally, record clicks to copy the design to other colors. If you prefer different designs for each color category, you need a different column in the Google Sheets with the image path from your computer. Another option is to record the type step to search for the design in the gallery. The second option is better if you have a logo you want to add to multiple designs, or if you're using the same image for all designs but changing only certain elements like text. You can also use any of the design option on the side. Just remember that everything you set applies to all the designs in your Google Sheets, so make sure they all need the same settings. If you want to use different text with Printful text tool, first record a click on the text option in the side menu. Next, record a type step in the text box where you enter the text. If you have a column for the text for the design in your Google Sheets, you can update this step to pull from that column each time. After recording the type step, click the strudel icon and select the correct column from your Google Sheets. This way, the automation will use a different text for each product. After you write the text, you can record clicks on any of the other settings to add colors or change position within Printful limitation from the top menu. If you started this automation from the template page, you can also add the design to multiple products at once. As I mentioned before, it's better to upload each design to one product at a time and directly to your store instead of uploading and then make it a template instead of uploading to template and then adding that product to your store after you finish designing. This helps avoid issues when uploading to your store later. However, if you want to add the design to multiple products in one go and you don't care that it won't be in your store immediately, you can use click steps to select the option to apply the design to other products. To make sure the automation uploads to the correct product for every item in your list, when you open the side panel after recording and click on it, you will see a few product options that Printful suggests for adding your design. However, you can also search for the products you want from the catalog to ensure you select the same ones each time you run the automation, rather than relying on Printful random suggestion. To do this, record a click on Add Product, then record a type step on the search bar just like you did at the beginning when starting the design process. After that, record a key press of Enter and repeat this process for up to 5 products. You can store the name in the type step. You don't need another column in the Google Sheets. If you choose to use the template, click on the button to finish the automation. And this is the end of this automation for the template option. But we are on the store option. If you're like me and follow this tutorial and you are uploading to your store, record a click on the button to go to the next page where you set the mockup. On this page, you can choose 2 options. The easy way by selecting the mockup provided by Printful, or you can use the custom mockup option available on this page. Either way, you need to record a click on the option you prefer. Let's start with the first option. So record a click on the mockups. Now you have a default mockup for this product, and you can add more from the list. Just record clicks on the one you want to include, and you'll see on the side which mockups you've selected. If you want more options, and Printful will have them, record a click on the second tab and then add more clicks on the mockups from there. After selecting everything, you can click on the mockup you want to star as the main image for this product. Of course, record a click on it. Now let's see the other option. In the previous page, record a click on the custom mockup option. Since automation doesn't allow mouse movements, only record click and type inputs, the only option here is to use pre-made scene from the product background. To do this, you can record a click on any one of the ready-to-use scene you have here. Or you can do another thing. In this process, upload a background you created separately. Save the uploaded image as a scene, so it will be ready for future use, and it will be at the top for your custom designs. Now you can record a click on a scene you want for this automation. Then record a click on Apply this scene. And finally record a click on Continue. This is just 3 clicks. The reason you can't use different mockup background for each product is because when you upload new image, it will put that image on top of all the layers. and you can drag and drop with the mouse when you use TaskMagic automation. So you can only use something that doesn't cover the main image. After selecting custom mockup or using Printful default mockups, record a click to move forward. Now you're in the product details section for your store. Here you can change the title by using a type step. Record type step on the title box and insert the title column from your Google Sheets by clicking on the strudel. If you want to format the title by combining the product name with the design name, you can enter the product name manually in the type step, or you can just record type step on the box that have the name already. Then add the correct column from your Google Sheets as addition to the product name. You have option to add more information for European customers. To add that, just click on the relevant checkbox. To change product categories, record a click on the category section. Then record clicks on any categories you want to add. Once done, record a click on the category box again to close it. This process is specific to WooCommerce stores, but if you're using a different store platform, the setting here might vary. If your store has a tag section, like in Etsy, you can record the type step, select the appropriate column from your Google Sheet, and automate the tag updates. If there are other checkboxes for additional settings, simply use a click step to check them. For configuring all store-related settings, record a click on Continue. Here you can set the price for the product. To change the price from what Printful sets for you, record the type step on the main price text box and enter the price you want. If you want to custom price for each product variation, record type steps on the price box next to each size or variation of the product. So it changes only for that specific product. This is something you can't do with other Printful automation. After you set the general price, you need to record a click on the Set button to apply the price changes to all the products. Finally, click Submit to Store. Before finishing the automation, you can also save the product as a template for future use. Add a delay to give Printful time to upload the product before continuing. Once it's done, record a click on the three dots and then on Save as Template. Before closing this video, there are a few most important steps. First, click I'm done to close the panel and Chromium. Then before running anything else, check all the steps that pull data from the Google Sheets and make sure they have the correct column selected. Another very important step is adding delays. In the past, I added delays while creating the automation, but I found it's easier to add them all at the end. Go through the automation and add small delays. Click Add Step, then find the delay. You can use 0.1, which is 6 seconds, for steps that makes small changes. For steps that require processing, like uploading files or moving between pages, add longer delays, between 0.3 to 1 minute. At the end, add another 1 minute delay or 2, even if you don't need to wait for publishing, to prevent errors caused by processing time. You'll notice there are a lot of delays. That's a good thing. Most automation issues happen because there isn't enough time between steps. At the top of the automation, you'll see a line. Move it to cover the entire automation. This is for the loop. Then go to the trigger setting and make sure it starts from the second row in Google Sheets and has one loop. Now click Run Now and watch the automation in action. If something gets stuck, take note and add a longer delay for it. If clicks or typing doesn't work as expected, go back and re-record that step. Delete it and record again. If the automation gets stuck on a certain page, manually navigate there before re-recording the steps so you can see what other steps you need to fix. Once everything is working, go back to the trigger and set the loop to as many times as you need. If it's your first time running it, start with 20 loops to test everything. After confirming it runs smoothly, you can let it run continuously. You can upload up to 500 rows from the Google Sheet for one run of the automation. To upload more products, duplicate this automation by clicking the three dots next to the automation name, and then rename it by clicking Setting and change a few things here and there for the new product. If you want to learn more about Printful, watch this video next. Like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.